Hi you guys, if you want to learn how to make my easy and delicious steakhouse dinner, stay tuned. So I'm going to start off with my steak here. This is a bone-in ribeye steak, and I'm just using a paper towel to take away any dampness left on the steak after giving it a good rinse. And then I'm going to season it liberally with a good bit of salt and pepper. Now this is a really thick cut of meat. It's almost 2 pounds. So you're going to need a good bit of salt and pepper to ensure that the steak is going to have good flavor. After both sides of the steak is properly seasoned, you want to go ahead and get the sides as well, and then put it on a baking sheet and into a 275-degree oven for approximately 45 minutes. So these are my potatoes here that I baked in the oven for about an hour and a half, so they're nice and done. So I just cut them in half, and for each little canoe, you just want to scoop out most of the potato out of them. You don't want to do all of it because you're just going to be left with skin and you're not going to be able to stuff the potato properly. So once you're done with that, you're going to fluff up your potatoes a little bit, kind of break up those large pieces, and as you can see, they're still kind of steaming and hot, and that's going to assist us in kind of melting those ingredients once we put everything in. So I put in some butter, some sour cream, some mozzarella and provolone cheese mix, and some Colby Jack, along with a half block of cream cheese and some Velveeta cheese. So we're going to go ahead and mix all of those things up together. The potatoes are not going to melt everything, but that's going to take care of itself when we put it in the oven. So we're just going to mix everything together until they're well combined, and then we're going to season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. You don't want to go too crazy with the salt because of all the cheese that we have in there. So once we have everything well combined, we want to give it a taste to make sure that we don't need to adjust for anything. And once we're good on flavor, we're going to go ahead and stuff our potato skins. So once we're done, we're going to pop these into the oven right along with our steak. Now mind you, the oven is still at 275, but once we take the steak out, we're going to crank the oven up to 400 until everything is melted through. So that was our steak after taking it out of the oven. We're going to put a little bit of oil in a cast iron skillet and then go ahead and lay that steak down. Cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes on one side, flip it over and cook it for about a minute or so on the other side. Then I put in some garlic, rosemary, and 2 tablespoons of butter. And then after the butter is melted, we're going to go ahead and start basting that steak. And it looks absolutely delicious. So we're going to do this for about a minute or two. And then go ahead and get those sides. And then take it out of the pan and let it rest for a little bit while we do our green beans. So I have a little bit of bacon grease after frying a few pieces of bacon for our potatoes, and I put down my shallots and a little bit of garlic paste and give that a good mix. And then I'm going to drop in my green beans that were steamed and just toss everything together. You really don't need to cook the green beans for long because they're already steamed. So you just want to kind of coat them in that garlic and those shallots and that bacon grease, and it's just going to be so delicious. So our steak is now done resting. We're going to go ahead and carve into it. Now my husband and I love our steak medium to medium well. However, if you like your steak a little bit on the rare side, then you can cook it for less time. If you like it more on the well done side, then you can cook it for a little bit longer. So now we're going to plate up all this deliciousness. We're going to put our potato down and garnish it with a little bit of bacon and chives, and then next our green beans, and then our steak. You guys, everything was so delicious. This was probably one of the best steakhouse dinners that I've ever made, and I've made many over the years. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you do try any of these recipes, I hope you love them just as much as me and my family did. Once again, I thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next video. Until then, bye.